Plank. Presented by Ram. Starts now.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Plank for our second quarter hour. Right here, T. Corin, riding Lone Ranger tonight. But my buddy Ralph is sitting next to me. We'll get a picture of Ralph here in just a moment. Yeah, you better strap yourself in, if you know what I mean. Hey, listen, if you don't want to call, which apparently you don't, that number would be 367-0171. That's 367-0171. Or you can tweet me at T. Corin, WFTS, or tweet us at The Plank, or you can chat on abcactionnews.com, The Plank. I would try to tweet me because I've got my phone right here, and I'm starting to get some tweets, and so we will continue to get those. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me if you don't have any cannolis to call. All right? Right? What do you think about that?
I like cannolis.
You like cannolis?
You know what?
Are you from Boston? You like cannolis?
I am
This
from
is
Boston.
This is Ralph. If you're just joining us.
Get a tight shot of me, will you,
Huh?
camera guy?
Who's better looking?
Well, I'm not too. Well, my hair is out of place today.
Yeah, you didn't comb it.
Yeah, and I feel kind of big today. I ate a lot of chocolate, so.
You ate a lot of chocolate.
Yeah,
did
I
you?
feel a little heavy.
So what are you going to do for Valentine's Day?
I'm thinking about going as John Sable for Halloween.
Halloween? All right, you're going to go as John Sable?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, folks. This is what you do when you don't call. Area code 813-367-0171. You know, there's another team playing that Buccaneers football team on Sunday. That is the Cleveland Browns. And I did spend a portion of my afternoon sitting down and talking with Eddie Baskin, who's sports director at Channel 5 in Cleveland, as we Skyped and discussed exactly what is going on over there in the city off Lake Erie. Andy Baskin, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's an outstanding day here in Cleveland. Obviously, the Cavaliers are a big story here this evening, but we are all set for the Browns, and it seems like Ralph has already been in the dog pound there, ready to party.
You like Ralph, don't you? What I like about Ralph, Andy, is the fact that he doesn't say anything until I ask him to.
Oh, that's the best part. He'd be a great Browns fan, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, right now you guys are 4-3. These knuckleheads down the road over here are 1-6. First of all, how the hell are you 4-3? You know, you guys have been up and down throughout the entire season. You lose to Jacksonville, you come back, you beat Oakland. You don't look that great beating Oakland, but you guys are still 4-3.
Well, I'll tell you, last week against Oakland was pretty ugly. The week before was kind of a surprise, and I think some people would say it was a classic trap game, except if you look at the game against Tampa, you look at Jacksonville, and you look at Oakland last week. Going into that span after the Browns beat the Steelers, all three of those teams were 1-16. So I think that the Browns were feeling really good about themselves after being able to manhandle Pittsburgh, and then they walked into that game, they got flat. Plus, Alex Mack, the starting center, broke his leg. He's out for the season. You had two guys out of position on that offensive line, and some of Brian Hoyer's weaknesses were exposed. And I don't know if it's so much Brian, it's also the fact that the wide receiving core wasn't expected to be the best in the NFL, and I think they've overachieved this season.
Now, Brian Hoyer, I mean, I guess people were calling for Manziel. I don't know what. I think they just want him to come out there so that he does something crazy like he's been doing on, off the field. But what about Hoyer right now? Is this guy pretty solid as their starting quarterback? I would imagine winning ugly is like winning doesn't matter, right?
Well, winning 4 games here, they've already matched last season's win total. So it's funny how spoiled Browns fans can be quickly on this thing. They're like, well, so what if they won? Not pretty. They haven't done a great job of doing that, and we want to see Johnny Manziel. The fact of the matter is Brian Hoyer has been the most efficient quarterback this team has had since they came back in 1999. He's 7-3 as a starter. It may not be pretty, and I remember another quarterback that roamed the shores of Lake Erie named Bernie Kosar. Very ugly quarterback, but got wins. Guess what? Brian Hoyer's kind of in that same mold where it may not be beautiful. He may not be able to run the ball. He may be forced to be in the pocket all the time. But the Browns are winning. It may not be pretty, but he is putting them on the W side in the standings every Monday morning.
Yeah, this guy's Hoyer's 7-3 as a starter for you guys right now. But I guess one of the real problems you do have with Mac being out, you guys can't run the football. I know you had 36 yards in the last game. Is there any way they're going to be able to rejuvenate that running game somehow, some way?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with Ben Tate and what kind of Ben Tate we'll see. Isaiah Crowell, who's a rookie who everybody loves around here, got one carry last week. Terrence West, a guy from Towson State that's highly touted here, people that really want to see him run. Neither one of the running backs could get into a rhythm or a flow last Sunday or the last 2 weeks. I think the offensive line is still kind of feeling themselves out. It's been three different centers over the last 3 weeks. They'll go back with McDonald this week and have some kind of consistency at the center position. But I think if the offensive line in this new zone blocking scheme they're using can play consistently and can start getting the blocks they need, I think the offense will be able to get a little bit more of a running game this week. And I think Isaiah Crowell, who hardly played at all against Oakland, will get another opportunity this Sunday. He's just a big back that I think he plows ahead forward. West is a guy that goes east and west instead of north and south, and they need to get him and they need to get Crowell into this game. And Tate's the experienced guy. He's the professional running back there, but he hasn't given them much of anything the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a silver lining in here to see if these knuckleheads can actually win this football game, talking about the Bucs. I guess the only thing I can look at is your defense would rank 29th in the league, giving up almost 400 yards a game. I mean, are they that bad, or is that just a bunch of numbers that play between the 20s?
Well, last week they didn't have any of their starters on the defensive front going. They've got a couple that should be back this week. We'll see what happens there. I think if I'm the Bucs and I'm trying to win this game, I'll go back and look at trying to attack the Browns offense, and I'm throwing 8 guys in the box every time. I'm going to make Brian Hoyer throw the ball, and I'm going to force him to try to win through the air against me. If I'm the Bucs, I mean, that's the way I would do it, because he's shown that when he gets outside the corners, not a lot happens. That's one thing that Manziel fans are screaming about, is they believe that Johnny can make miracles, that Johnny can have magic out on the field. Same guy who said he wasn't ready when the season started. So the last 2 weeks, it seems that Jacksonville and Oakland both had the same kind of plan: attack, attack, attack. And if I'm Jacksonville, I'm attacking at the center spot where you've got weakness there, and you know you've got a guy who will make just his second start, a guy that missed all of last year as well. He did spend some time with Brian Hoyer in New England, but, I mean, this guy's got less than a handful of starts. So I would go with attacking the center and keeping 8 or 9 guys in the box.
Andy, how has Johnny been taking this second string situation right now? I know he wants to play, fans want him to play, but he's not playing.
He's in a weird spot, because I think in any other city, people would be clamoring even more for Johnny Manziel. But you're in Cleveland, and Brian Hoyer's from Cleveland, went to high school probably, 2 miles away from Cleveland Browns Stadium, or now First Energy Stadium. So Hoyer has a really strong hold here of people from Cleveland that want to see a guy from Cleveland succeed. That said, yesterday Mike Pettin was asked that exact question that you just posed, and he said that Johnny is frustrated. Johnny wants to play. And to me, as a Browns fan, or as a guy that's watched football in any way, shape, or form, I want that to be that way. I want the guy that's going to come in on the very next play to be frustrated and mad that he's not in the game. Then I want to see what he does on the field. So I think Mike Pettin gave the best answer of all yesterday when he said that Johnny is frustrated. And to me, that's music to my ears, because that means he wants to play. I think the worst thing you can have is a backup who says, I just want to learn this year and I want to hold a clipboard. That's not Johnny.
All right, Ralph wants me to ask you a question. He wants to know, what are you doing for Halloween?
I got to work. We got high school football is big around here. My kids are dressing up. As long as they don't dress up as, I don't know, I can think of some things I don't want them to dress up.
As Ralph?
I can't tell you. Ralph would not be a good look for my kids. My wife, maybe, but my kids, another story. I'm just kidding. I just think for Halloween tomorrow, I don't know. I'm the kind of guy that, when it comes to Halloween, I want to hand out the big Snickers tomorrow. Not the little tiny ones, not the snack size. I want to be the guy where the kids come to their house and go, hey, you know what, that Andy Baskin, he hands out the big Snicker.
That a boy. And that's what I told my wife. But you know what? She went to the store today. She bought the little ones. Because She said, I know, we're not going to get 3 kids. You're going to have 600 pieces of candy, and you're going to eat all of them in about 24 hours. So she knows me.
No, my wife is the same way, exactly the same way. We've already had to go out and restock the shelves for Halloween candy because I already went through it. It's just the way I am.
That's the way. Hey, that's the way we roll. Andy, I appreciate it. And listen, the best of luck to you in Cleveland, and we'll see you down the road.
Sounds like a plan. Good luck. Have a safe travel if you're coming up to Cleveland.
Okay. See you, Andy. All right, that was Andy Baskin from Channel 5 in Cleveland. Good guy, and gave us a little insight of what's going on there with the Browns. And I think some of those people over there are a little bit surprised at their 4-3 record, as I think most people are. But, hey, listen, every squirrel finds a nut, and maybe the Buccaneers might find one off of Lake Erie. What do you think, huh? This Sunday? We'll see. I doubt it, but we could always hope, can't we? Because, believe me, that's all we got at this stage of the game with this football team. All right, 813-367-0171 is the number. Who do you think should walk the plank this week? I know who I think. All right? Okay. And Ralphie, who do you got somebody in mind, Ralphie?
Yeah, but I'd like to reveal that later on. I don't want to reveal it just
Oh,
now.
okay.
We got to keep the people around, no?
Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody that I don't know?
There's a lot of people out there. They need to call. The number's on the screen.
They need to call.
You need to tweet
Listen.
us at hashtag the plank.
I give the first person that calls $100. Just kidding.
That's a good one.
I'm just kidding.
Hold on. Let me call.
No, because see, that's against all rules. There are no giveaways. You can't give away money, especially mine.
Okay, Tom.
All right.
I'm calling right now. You
All
owe
right.
me $100.
You can tweet. You can tweet. No, you can't. Hey, okay. It says, oh yeah, hey, we'll be calling you here on the plank. All right, someone's going to call. I don't know when, but they're going to call. All right, but anyway, so far this has been perhaps one of the most mediocre shows in the history of webcasting. But I can tell you that coming up in the second portion of this half hour, that it's going to pick up considerably because Derek Fournier from What the Buck is going to be joining us. And we're going to kick Frankie out of here. Wait, not Frankie. What the hell's your name?
Ralphie.
Ralphie. Ralphie.
Ralphie.
Sorry, buddy.
Tommy.
Yeah, you're out of here for a little while,
All
Ralphie.
right.
We're bringing Derek Fournier in, and we're going to talk some stuff. It's probably Bucks. I wish we could talk about other things, but hell, this is the Bucks show. Gotta love them.
It's a Buck life.
That's right. Okay, the plank presented by Ram. Back in a minute.